Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Just to let you know that beauty isn't going. Okay, yeah, beauty isn't going anywhere. We are gonna hop on here today, and we got a special guest. Nicole is joining us from Nicole Beauty Lounge. We're gonna talk about her journey and how long she's been in the industry, what she's doing, how she feels about the beauty industry, and I am excited to have her because beauty isn't going anywhere. And people always talk about like recessions and you know what's going on in the economy, but no matter what, people still want to look beautiful. People still want to look beautiful. So I spoke with her earlier today, and she was telling me she was from Pennsylvania, made her way all the way down to Atlanta, did a few things in beauty, which a lot of us do. Started off in school and was like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and got into beauty. So once she got into beauty, made her way down. She worked in a mall, then opened up a suite, and then now she is has her own studio, and she's in brows, which of course is one of my favorite topics, right? Um, Brows are probably like the, how do you say it? They are like a facelift, an instant facelift, right? For the face. And anybody who knows about brows and who's been doing brows for years, they know that people they are committed to their brow artists, and it is a quick fix. If your brows done, your lashes done, your edges laid a little bit, then brows are it. Let me let her know she can send. So the brows are it. I personally have been doing brows for over 23 years, and I started off in a salon doing brows, and I was telling people that I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I started off doing brows, and I was like, I really don't want to do hair because it just took too long with the client to do hair. Back in the day, hair was, a washing set was $30, right? Brows was 10. You could do a brow in 5 minutes. You could do a brow in 5 minutes, right? So the math just wasn't math, and so it was easier just to take those 2 hours and make $100 or something dollars, as to taking a 2 hours with a client and only making the $30 or the $60. Some people could do more than one client at a time, but I was just like, no, I am going to do brows, period. So it's been my thing. It's been what I've been known for years, and I really like it because it helped me niche down. All right. So if you are in any industry, you always want to niche down. You don't want to be like, hey, I do everything. So that's what I did when I got on with doing eyebrows, and one of my main things that kept me in business for so long was that I added products to it. And I know a lot of people who actually are in the beauty industry, they're like, what else can I do to make money? Products are your best friend, because it's going to be some days that you do not feel like actually working. Are you actually doing a service? Are you actually have something to do? Or you might actually want to take a vacation or a trip or a break. And products help supplement that income. Of course, you got courses, you got classes, you got consultations. So all of those things help when it comes to building your brow business and building other extra income outside of it. Now, the way I see what beauty now is going is that people are Hey Nicole, I see she's on here. Go ahead and send me a request so I can let you on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me add you. You request. It's tapping in. Think I did it. Hold on. There we go.
Hey, Joy.
What's up? What's up?
How are you? Good evening.
Good evening. I was over here just running my mouth about myself, honey.
Okay, okay. Turn this volume up. Okay.
Turn your bottom, turn your volume up. Turn your volume up.
All right. Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, so I was letting them know that we hopped on a call earlier today and we were just talking, told them that you were from Pennsylvania. You done made your way down here to the A. Welcome.
Mhm.
I am a peach, so I can give you one.
Okay, thank you,
Um,
thank you.
and it's funny because a lot of people in beauty, they always start off in something else. I know you said you was in school doing something else.
Mhm.
What exactly did you go to school for first?
So I went to school. I studied sociology for 1 year. I originally wanted to be a social worker, work with young women. And then I was like, you know what? College is not for me. I can do this outside of college. So
Okay.
yeah, I've always been in the customer service industry. You
Mm-hmm.
know, before it was beauty, it was food. So I've never had a
Mm.
corporate job or, 9 to 5. It's always been, entrepreneurship, even when I was a kid, from everything like lemonade stands, selling candy, McDonald's. I mean, you name it, I've done it. I've done it. So
That
yeah.
is funny. That is funny. Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with you. I think most entrepreneurs, I think a lot of them are born entrepreneurs. Like they started off selling something. So, I had to sell candy,
Yeah.
bracelets, snacks, sandwiches,
Mhm.
do chores, do little tasks just to
Yeah.
make money. So I think like if you do it as a kid, like I think now as I look at kids, I'm like, that's going to be an entrepreneur. And I feel like you and I probably had that same experience with people and they were like, yeah, she going to be all right. She going to figure it out.
Oh, most definitely. And that's what attracted me to Atlanta. I first came down here, I was like 17, 18. And I was like, okay, I came down here with some friends. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, everybody's selling something.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's doing something. And that was me in Pittsburgh. I was always selling something, always trying to get my name out there, promoting myself. So I was like, okay. And then my dad, he actually was born and raised in LA. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll move to LA and start my beauty business. So I'm like, Atlanta, Los Angeles. But I applied for reciprocity here with the State
Oh,
Board of
yeah.
Georgia, and they just transferred my license. So I
Oh,
moved to Atlanta, yep, 2013, went to school to be an esthetician and nail tech in 2010 in
okay.
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. And they transfer both licenses? Or you
they
got a master?
did.
Okay.
They
Okay,
did.
so
So,
that's
mhm.
good to know.
Yeah, they were like, due to your hours, your experience, I did have to, pay the fee. But California, they were like, nope, you have to go right back to beauty school. I was like,
Oh, they was
not,
gonna make you start over.
yeah.
Oh, we weren't
hmm
doing that. We weren't doing that. We weren't
No,
doing
no,
that.
too deep in, too deep in. So
mm, mm. I
yeah,
know what.
Atlanta's been good to me.
Yes, we love Atlanta. So let's
hmm
let's get into some of these challenges. I know we kind of talked about it earlier, and we were just talking about basically the marketing versus the talent and the challenges that you feel like are facing our beauty industry. Let's talk about that again.
Yeah, and it's like honestly, there's so many things too. There's so many things. But yeah, I feel like us from back in the day, you literally had to be a true hustler. You cannot be scared because there are girls that I've hired and they're like, I'm like, here's your business cards, here's some flyers, go pass them out. Here's 50 cards, don't come back until they're all handed out. Oh, I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know. So I'm like, look, you just have to do it. We did not have a choice.
Mm-mm.
So I used to, get dressed up, walk into a building, had my resume. I wouldn't just ask, are you hiring? I'm like, is the owner here? Is the manager here? Can I speak
Mm-hmm.
to the manager? And then boom, I got hired on the spot every single time. But now, if you have tons of money, for marketing, it's easy. Anybody can do it. Anybody can open up a business, but I feel like it's not the same as, building truly from the ground up, like getting that experience, getting your feet wet, working with and for somebody else, and trying new things,
Right,
see what
right.
you like and what you don't like.
I remember when I first started, I worked in a salon and they were like, okay, if you want to get some people, and the salon was in the mall. So they was like, if you want to get some people, you got to pass out some flyers. And I was like, okay. So where did I
Yeah.
get flyers? So it was this guy coming around. He used to make flyers. And then somebody made a mistake and they said, if you pay for every 20 flyers you
Hmm.
pass out, you'll get one client. I was like, give me 5,000 flyers. Give me
Right.
5,000 flyers. When I say I passed them flyers out like my life depended on it, I passed them out in the bathroom, at the gas station, at the
Yep.
grocery store, in
Hmm.
in other stores. I
Yeah.
gave them to people, and people really came back with the flyers. Of course, now people don't keep paper as much, but they
Yeah.
really came back with the flyers, and I was like, oh, this is working. So every other week I was ordering 5,000 flyers, and I was passing them out. I'm like, how did I do that? And it's like now I have people come work at the store and I'm like, okay, pass out the flyers. They be like, I don't know what to say. Just say what's on the flyer.
Yeah.
Just say what's
Yeah.
on the flyer.
Exactly. And another trick that I gave some of my mentees, I said, don't ever just say, excuse me. Because if you're in the parking lot, you're like, excuse me, they're going to, go away. But I
Mm-hmm.
just say, hey, how are you doing? My name's Nicole. Would you like $5 off your next eyebrow service? Come see me. It's like you have to just do it real quick. And then they stop and they're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like you said, everywhere. I was in the bathroom taping flyers up in
You
the
gotta
wall.
tape them. You gotta
You
tape them.
know?
The
So we
flyer,
used
some tape and a flyer hated to see me
yeah.
coming. I always tell people don't ask. Because we're in the middle of the mall, so I always tell people you have to be like, come over here and get your brows done today, or what color lip color is that? Let me show you one. So if you don't ask them, they'll just come right over. Just like with the perfume counter,
Mhm.
if they say, "Huh, smell this," you'll be like, let me smell it." But if they say, "Would you like to smell the perfume?" You're like, "No, I don't want to smell that perfume."
Right,
Right.
exactly. Hmm.
So that's a good tip. I don't think people know about that. And sometimes you got to go back to grassroots because especially in
Exactly.
slow times, after you posted all your videos and did all your TikToks, it's like, what else do you do? Oh, I'm gonna go talk to people for real in real life.
Exactly. And it works every time. Every time.
Every
These social media tools, it's just a plus. It's a bonus,
It's a bonus.
Hmm.
It is a bonus. But I want you to touch on something that you just said a few seconds ago, how working with somebody else and getting some other experience. I know a lot of people run to go get in suites or want to just do it from their house. They don't want to be around nobody, but
No.
it like that salon culture puts so much into you. Like it'd be little tips that you just didn't know that you needed to know that you'll see somebody else do, or somebody give you a nugget that just propels your whole career. So the open salon culture, I know it's kind of lost and fading, but it's needed because people are not doing enough continuing education, or especially in-person continuing education. They of course online learning is good, but it's just something about being in front of somebody and talking and networking that
Mhm.
is trumps everything. How you feel about that?
Right. No, I definitely agree because, working for all different types of people. I used to
Mm-hmm.
do nails. So working, with the Asians and Vietnamese. And I
Mm-hmm.
used to do full body waxing. So all Brazilian women. Then I did threading, all, Middle Eastern. So black, white, Hispanic, like you name it, I've done it.
You
Was
was
a
on tour.
laser. Oh my gosh, literally. So it's like you it's crazy. So, just trying new things. I tell everybody, see what you like, see what you don't like, because sometimes when you narrow it down to maybe just one or two services instead of a whole thing, you can specialize in your niche.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make more money because I was doing nails, I mean, underarm waxes, Brazilians, clusters, microblading, the shading. So now I'm like, nope, wax and tint. That's our bread and butter,
That's all we got. That's all we got.
Yeah. And
And
then
you,
facials, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's what and before you hopped on, that's what I was telling people. That's how I started when I was in the salon. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, but I was like, I'm just gonna do brows. Like, the math didn't math with me having a client in there for 2 hours and getting $30 to $40 when I can knock out these eyebrows in 3 to 5 minutes and sell them a product and still make that same amount of money. And I was
Hmm.
known for brows. Now, if I wanted to do something else, that's fine. But if you was gonna think of brows, you was thinking of me. You was like, I'm going to get my brows done. Would I add a lash? Yes. Would I do a full makeover? Yes. Would I sell you some products? Of course. But you know who to come
Hmm.
to.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I tell everybody, just go out there and get your feet wet. Because a lot of girls and guys too that leave and they open up their shop, they close down months later and they come to me, "Hey, are you hiring?" I'm like, "Well, wait, you have an LLC. It says you're the owner of X, Y, and Z. So why are you applying here?" "Well, I don't have any clients." And it's like, okay, let's go back to the basics. So that's why
Hmm.
I'm so big on, continuing education and then also teaching them the stuff that we're talking about now. You have to have that drive, that hustle to
Hmm.
really succeed.
Yep.
So, mhm.
So what do you think like one of the biggest misunderstanding is about being a brow artist?
Mm. Well, I would say just success. It doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come
Mm-hmm.
overnight. And then repetition.
Mm-hmm.
Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. And there's more than one ways just to do eyebrows. Like we talked, before. There's mapping. Of course, there's threading. There's tweezing, waxing, brow razor. So it's different. And it's what you do with your technique that can make you stand out. That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. A lot of people misunderstand like brow artists. It's like, okay, something quick. Like it's really a art to it. And I know we were talking earlier about how
Mhm.
when we just started getting into PMU, I used to go to the PMU conferences and they would be like, well, you don't do PMU. And I'm like, you don't do eyebrows because if you go by any eyebrow stand, we don't need all them tools to make sure your eyebrows is symmetrical. Like, what are y'all doing? You're taking too long.
Right.
However, I mean, the tools help, but they just back up. But they were using like 5 and 6 tools to just, it's just the brow. Like,
I know.
you eyeball it. We eyeball
Yeah.
it. So that is one misunderstanding. They think it's just, oh, I can just use all of these tools, but it is an art. It is a skill that is developed, and like you said, the repetition you got to get your 10,000 hours in. It got to
Literally.
you literally 10,000 of them.
Yeah, uh-huh. And I used to tell my mentees, like, after the first 10, you're still gonna be very nervous. I know I was nervous. I
Mm-hmm.
was nervous. My first 10 people ever doing brows, but nobody taught me. I kind of just taught myself trial and error. After 10 people, I was like, okay, my nerves are gone. After 50 people, I was like, okay, like I feel comfortable. I can do
Mm-hmm.
this.
Right.
So
One
yeah.
one of my main things is I like to tell people, especially if I'm doing a training and we're doing different services, or even if I'm teaching a new um, staff member that's coming in, I like to tell them learn the arch first. Learn how to raise it first. Once you learn how to raise it good and map it good, then after that, it's only about learning how to use the next tool.
Exactly. The shape, that's everything.
Once you get the shapes down, then it's just about learning how. If they got wax and they got tweezing and they got thread and they come out with eyebrow spooning, as long as you
Mhm.
know the basics, you can pick up that spoon and give this person a good eyebrow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the thing is, it's not one size fits all. You know, there's
No.
different face shapes. And even when
Hmm.
clients come in, they pull up a picture. I want my brows to look like this. Don't try to make their brows look like that. You have to go off of their shape.
Their face shape. I always say, I'm gonna get as close as I can.
Like, yeah, I'm still gonna do my thing in my head. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So we were so in this economy, everybody's talking about it's slow. They want to do something else. They want to pivot. Um, and I'm always telling people, you know, let's not say pivot, but let's say strategic reset, because most of the people that I know and I'm around, they've been in the industry for more than 2 years, which is still, good. And they like, I don't want to throw away everything I've done to now try to go sell cars.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
So, I'm telling people in this slow time, this is the time that you double down on your marketing. So you have all this time, make your videos, do your before and afters, reach out to people, your old clients, pass out them flyers. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it's about being, innovative. So I started to DJ too. I've always had a passion for music. Yes. So you know what I do? I bring my products to every place that I DJ at and I'll sell my products. I have a DJ
Oh,
queue and I'm like, hey, check it out. MBO Cosmetics, so I'll DJ parties, people buy it. By the way, if you're not doing anything, this Sunday, June 21st, my client just opened up a restaurant. You probably know where it is. Safari. It's on the West End. Safari
okay,
ATL. It's a Caribbean lounge. I'll be DJing
okay,
there from 6 to 8. I'll give
okay.
you more details. But yeah, just thinking outside the box, you
No,
know?
that's cute. Cause
Yeah,
you gonna go to the DJ. I remember going to the DJ booth telling them to shout me out. So now
exactly.
you shout yourself out between each.
Somebody has to do it, you know?
Somebody, and it's
You know?
you. It's
Yeah.
you. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, that is very innovative. Like you just
Yeah.
really threw yourself a alley oop. You like, yeah, I'm here for the assist and the dunk. I like that.
Right, right.
I
Mm-hmm.
I like that. What else I liked about what we talked about earlier, where you was about your nonprofit and how important it is for you to get out and talk to the young ladies about the skills. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so, like I said before, I went to college for a year, tried sociology, wasn't for me, but I've always had a passion, for
Hmm.
working with young women and especially these kids out here. They need us. They need a
Hmm.
good role model,
Right.
mentor. I've never had a mentor. I've never had
Really?
anybody, never in my life, especially not in the beauty industry. And I feel like sometimes, I've never gotten the support that I deserve because I'm always there for everybody else. But
Hmm.
who's going to support me? So that's why I do what I do.
I
But
like that.
so yeah, I work with a nonprofit. It's called Street Smart ATL. They're based here in Atlanta. And I came across them. I've been working with them since 2018.
Okay.
I had tons of mentees, and they're like, "Hey, Nicole, this was earlier this year. We want you to come talk to the girls about, having an at-home skincare routine." Because growing up, I used to use rubbing alcohol on my face. I didn't know. I've always had acne-prone skin. Neutrogena,
Right.
Nox. It's like, we're in 2026. It's time for a skincare routine.
We gotta get
You
the routine.
know,
A little routine.
so
It worked for a while, but
it
yeah.
did.
I
It
mean, your
did.
skin look good, so you doing
Uh,
something right.
Thank you. It's came a long way. It's came a long way. It's not perfect, but it's intact. But yeah, I brought them my cleanser and a moisturizer, taught them how to use it and and why it's important. And not only just a skincare routine and hygiene, but also practicing self-love, really
Mhm.
loving yourself because you see all these beautiful women on Instagram, but it's not real. It's not real.
Mhm.
Everybody's starting to look the same.
They are looking the same. So
You
I,
know?
I tell people sometimes you got to fall in love with your flaws, and the some of the flaws that you think are flaws, that those are people's fetishes. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
you got to embrace them. You know,
Mm,
everybody can't. Everybody shouldn't have the, like you said, the same stock face or look.
exactly.
And it's like,
Exactly.
what would we be going for? So that is a good point. I'm happy you reaching out to the little ladies and letting them know that that you cute, you got your own look, you got your own swag. Just like clothes, all the clothes can't be the same. Your face can't be the same. All the bodies can't be the same. So,
Exactly.
embrace what you got.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes.
Hmm.
And we got something in common because we both have products. And I always tell every service provider, it don't matter if you are in brows, if you are barber, makeup artist, if you are a dentist, if you are a lawyer, if you provide a service, you have to always have a product because it's one day you're not going to feel like working. Are you going to need a break? Are you going to have an emergency? Are you going to want a vacation? And you don't want it to be where if you stop, your money stop, right?
Yeah.
And the best feeling in the world is getting the order in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh, I
Oh
said
my!
cha-ching.
Just
I know.
like, did y'all hear
I
that? That
know.
was me. That was me. That was
I
me.
know. The best feeling.
And when I say the $100 order online is way better than doing a $250 service.
Exactly. Don't let there be a flash sale. It's just like, okay, let's get
Oh,
ready, you
y'all
know?
coming through? Yes. And
Yeah.
then it's like I just keep doing this over and over and over. And I did slack up. I used to be on um social all the time when I was at work. So I got to get back into it because when I'm on social all the time at work and people seeing they asking questions, I get an order every time. It never fails.
Yeah.
It never fails. I get another order along with the orders that I have. So being online and getting those sales are the best. Tell us about your products that you have.
Yes, so I have a refining face wash, day facial moisturizer. Yes, I used to have, a full line, but I cut down the extra toners, the eye serum. One thing that I also tell other beauty for professionals, know your clientele. I used to be
Mm-hmm.
that 8 step girl that wanted the toners, the serums, the moisturizers. Sometimes less is more. You just need a cleanser, moisturizer, of course, exfoliant and sunscreen, but just the basics. So cleanser moisturizer has aloe, rose hip seed oil in it
Ooh.
to soothe the skin, made in the USA.
Okay.
And it also is great for all skin types. So that's
Okay.
what I love. And then the moisturizer, it's lightweight, it's aloe based, and it's non comedogenic. So for
Mm-hmm.
those that don't know what non comedogenic means, it's non greasy. It won't
Uh-huh.
clog your
Won't
pores.
clog your pores. Okay.
Exactly. We have a brow lash renew growth serum. It's pretty new. It's
Mm.
been out, for a little over a year now. So it
Okay.
definitely helps with thinning brows, promotes thicker brows, lashes, and then also a brow tint kit. It comes in two colors of black and coffee.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And what I love about my tint, you can mix the black and coffee together and use it on every Fitzpatrick scale,
Okay.
every skin type. So let's say you have somebody, this like a blonde, fair skin, blue eyes. I still mix black and coffee together, but I'll leave it on for 5 minutes, right? So
Right.
sometimes I'll mix up a big pot. Of course, I don't double dip and then just use it throughout the day. So depending on the person and how they like their brows,
Right.
5 minutes or 20 minutes.
Yep. So because you can lighten it. You
You
can.
can always lighten it. And I tell everybody to go darker with the eyebrows anyway. I keep my brow tint on for like 25 minutes.
Oh,
I,
you be in there. Oh, because and you got
oh
dark
yeah.
hair too.
Yeah, but even when I do it the first day, it's bold. But again, we can always lighten it up. I just like that solid filled in look. But I know if I have a photo shoot, I always tint them like 2, 3 days before, especially I have oily skin.
Mm-hmm.
So, just
I
wash around a little bit more.
just a little bit, because it fades. So
Yeah,
by day three, it's like perfect.
It's perfect. Yes, it's perfect. So yes, brow tint, skincare, and growth serum. I absolutely believe in my products. I started off with the well, I wanted to start off with the product line originally because I've always had oily, acne prone skin. They put me on
Right.
butane growing up. Nothing worked. Nothing. So
Mm.
that's how it started. So I originally started doing more skin and I did brows here and there growing up. But
Hmm.
over time, I just ended up falling in love with brows. So I'm like, okay, why not create a brow tint? And as you know, it's quick and easy money too.
Yeah, we love. I love tinning is like one of my favorite services. The tinning, the lamination, the razor, even just doing the fill in and doing the brow gel. I like that
Mhm.
also, and
Yeah,
they love
I
it.
love a good brow gel and concealer.
Y'all get ready to say that highlight. It's something
Yes.
about when you get to that highlight part, you feel like you like ah.
Yep. It makes it pop.
Mm-hmm. So, what you got coming up next? What's coming up next for Miss Nicole?
Well, of course, besides the DJ thing this Sunday, stay tuned, stay tuned. Definitely getting into more speaking engagements, more
Mm-hmm.
panels, more. I'll be working with a nonprofit next week, talking to the teens again. So
Mm-hmm.
just more hands-on interactive things, more classes, accepting students in one-on-one mentorship programs, and looking into some traveling overseas.
Mm-hmm. Traveling
Teaching
or
overseas.
moving?
Maybe a little bit of both. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. Yeah, still looking into the moving part, but definitely I taught in Jamaica before at a couple beauty schools on the eyebrow beauty business, and I also taught at a salon in Spain, in Barcelona, Spain. And I taught them yes, continuing education, how to grow their clientele. So that's what I have coming up. Just more traveling the world, of course, vacationing and stuff like that, but also while I'm there, I always have to turn it into a business thing, of course. So yeah,
I like that. I like that. You was like, you know what? I'm about to get this money all over the world, and I like it. You said
yeah,
taking my talents to South Beach and to Barcelona and to the Bahamas, everywhere. I
yeah.
love that for you.
Thank you,
I love
thank
that.
you.
That's a real like outside of the box. Well, you outside of the box. So first you DJing, you non-profiting, and you outside of the country. So I like that. I love that for you.
Thank you, thank
I
you.
love that for you. So if you can give somebody some advice that wanted to get into the industry, that's on the fence, what would you be telling them?
I would say number one, trust yourself and don't listen to what anybody else has to say because people have tried to tell me how to run my business my whole entire life. And you
Mm-hmm.
can take into consideration, oh, Nicole, I think you should wear this or do that or advertise this way. Anytime I took somebody's 2 cents, it set me back. It set me back completely. I'm like, wait a minute. I knew I should have listened to my intuition all along. But no,
Mm-hmm.
stay true to yourself, but also really pay attention to your business plan. Of course, I had a business plan, but I paid somebody to do it for me. And they were an accountant and stuff, but we need to be doing our own business
Mm-hmm.
plans. We have to make a
Got to.
business plan, do calculate your expenses, come up with your pricing and your inventory. Literally business plan. Get a business plan.
One thing I agree with all of that. One thing that I'm a piggyback off and say is know your numbers. Like you got to know every little number. Like it can't be okay. Well, my count ain't in the negative, so I should be straight. No, you
Mhm.
need to know how much you're spending on every little thing, every little person. Um, every little supply, every coffee that you're going to get, every lunch, because it all adds up. And
I'm
because we
laughing.
get money fast,
Yeah.
and sometimes, it's cash. You're like, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna just go back tomorrow. It
Yeah.
don't work like that. And I always tell people you need to have a destination for your money. So before you even get the money, you need to know where it needs to go, what account it needs to go in, what you're investing in. Don't get it and be like, ooh, ooh, what I'm gonna do with this now? Because that's where to be at the clothing store
Yeah, it a
on your
coffee
foot.
shop. I know. I just chill out with the coffee. I never used to drink coffee until I was working at Ulta years ago.
Hmm.
This was, over 15 years ago, and the hairstylist put me on. Let's go get coffee every day, iced coffee. I'm done. It's like the amount of money that I spent on that it's crazy. So yeah, know your numbers and set that daily goal, the hourly goal. I know,
Hmm.
okay, I need to do 5 or 6 heads an hour to make my hourly goal. You
Right.
know, your daily rate, your weekly rate, and of course
Hmm.
monthly.
And yep. And with even with getting money and your even with getting money, doing your services and everything, you want to make it like a system. You if we want it to be repetitious, even if at the end of the night, I know I take these receipts, I add them up, and I put them in this envelope. Like that's something that builds up your business character. Even if you do that every day and that's your thing, keep doing that because that's part of your system. Then you'll say, oh, well, they have this application now that this does it for me. But still, you already knew how to do, manually do it. Like whatever it is, even something as simple as every night I take out the trash. You want to have that same system. That means something. That builds character, even not just at home, but even in your business. So you got to have
Mhm.
systems for everything. So when it's time for people to you come in and you hire them, you like, this is the way we do this, not what
Exactly.
you're doing.
Yeah.
So
Systems and a formula, because once you crack the code and you find your formula, just run it. That's it.
double,
That's
triple,
it.
quadruple down. And like you said, don't let nobody advise you out of your formula, especially if they ain't did it
Exactly.
themselves. um, question. So I know you're innovative and I know you got all of the things, but what do you think is give me 2 tips that help you build a loyal client base? Like why they keep coming back to you?
Definitely customer service. That is my
Mm.
number one, because I don't want to say terrible customer service here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know how it is, especially, and I say this respectfully, but some stylists always let you get that morning text, hey, boo, at 6 a.m. It's like, great, I know my appointment's canceled. So it's like, all right, forget it. But I'm always on time. My clients know. And if I'm late, I take $1 off, which has never happened because I'm always on
Oh.
time. Not everybody knows that. But I've never been late, rarely.
Mhm.
But yeah, just customer service, the golden rule, treating others as you want to be treated. And that's what my clients tell me, Nicole, you're always so professional. We never know if you're having a bad day or what. Like when I come into the shop, I leave my problems at the door. I'm never
Right.
gonna dump my stuff out and complain. I could have bawled my eyes out in the car, but I'm gonna wipe my tears. Hey, welcome to Nicole's Beauty. Come on in.
Right.
So
I love
yeah.
that. That
We
customer.
definitely need. hmm
No, what are you gonna say?
We definitely need more customer service, better customer service in the beauty industry for sure.
I think they lost it. They're like somewhere they lost the
Yeah.
customer service and they lost their mind that they could just they could just be who and however they want to, and they feel
Mhm.
it's the people who paying them their money.
Very
Like they don't want
entitled.
to hear that.
They don't. They don't. No, but I would say customer service and consistency, just showing up on the days where you don't feel like it. I remember when I started off at zero clients,
Hmm.
zero clients. Everybody else was booked and busy, and I'm sitting there. But you know what I did? I sat there and I waited my turn. I never got envious of anybody else, never been envious of the owners. And I would never go sit in the back. There could be a 2 hour wait, but I'm sitting there with no clients. But one day, someone was like, hey, I'm going to try you. Once they sat in my chair, they came back every 2 weeks, told a friend, their friend
Hmm.
told a friend. So it's just really holding it down. And that's what I used to tell everybody. whenever I had my big shop and hired, a lot of people, I said, look, just stick it out 90 days. First 30 days, they're like, I don't know. And then, their clientele eventually grew. So yeah, just staying down, being consistent and showing up with a positive attitude.
Yep. That positive attitude really gets it. I remember when I first started, I worked in the salon and I worked under a young lady and she was like really, really good. But she wasn't nice.
Mm, yeah.
And so, when it was like overflow, they would come to me and then, I would mess up a little bit sometimes or
Yeah,
sometimes
me
I get it
too.
right, but I would be, like, oh my God. So I'm gonna give you this
Yes.
pencil. You can just fill that in right there, but you can have it. You can have it, but I please come back, come back. And so
Yeah.
this lady, she says to me one time, she was like, "Do you know why I come to you?" And I was like, "Actually, I don't, because I done messed up your eyebrows about 3 times." And she was like, "Because you're so happy, you're so fun, you're cute, you always dress nice, and then you just not giving up." And
Yeah.
I was like,
Mhm.
oh, "Okay." And she was like, "That's why I come to you." She was like, "Anybody could do my eyebrows. Like, it's not a big deal." But she was like, "You are so personable, and I've watched you grow." And she's like one of my clients still to this day.
I
So,
love that. I love that. Yep.
so
It's so funny because, uh-huh.
no, go ahead.
No, say it's funny. Same thing. I remember when I was first starting out, I probably snatched off the lady's tail.
Got to.
Okay. And she looked in the mirror. She was like, oh, it took a little bit too much, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. A little bit of going, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. Because I was nice.
Hmm.
So I was like, that definitely saved me for sure. But yeah, all of my clients, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for them. They've been coming to me for almost 13 years, every 2 weeks. So
I love it. I love that. I love that. So, do
mm,
you want to tell anybody anything else where they can find you?
yes.
Of course, you DJing, so you got to start off with that.
Yes. Okay. So make sure you follow my DJ page, DJ Nikki Nim, NIKKINEM. Book me for your next event, your next party, for whatever. I'll pull up. I'm coming to a city in a country near you.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me on Instagram, Nicole's Beauty Official. Check out our amazing brow tint and skincare growth serum line. And my shop is located in Castleberry Hill. And check me out, Nicole'sBeauty.com.
I love that. I love that. So, like I said, I wanted to have these conversations with different people in the beauty industry because beauty isn't going anywhere. There's no time in history that women did not want to look beautiful. They would spend their last dollar to look beautiful. Beautiful women and men and children. Everybody want to look good. So beauty isn't going anywhere. It is a recession-proof industry. If you're in it, take advantage of it, love it. If it's slow for you right now, double down on whatever you got going on because it's going when it hits, and you take advantage of it. Be a steward to your money. Know your systems. Know your numbers, and just stay focused. Just stay focused. You continue education. I am also a student too. Even though I'm an educator, I go to classes all the time. I
Yeah,
take classes all the time. So always be willing to be a
always.
student and remember that beauty isn't going anywhere. And I want to thank you. My team reached out to her. We've been reaching out to random people. Say you
Mhm.
want to go live because I was like, I want to meet some more people. Like, and
Yes.
they don't they haven't had as many beauty conferences as they usually have, but I'm like, I want to meet some more people just outside of my reach, outside
Mhm.
of Atlanta. Out, of course, you want to meet them outside of the United States of America. So
Yeah, and I just want
that's
to
why I just started.
go
Huh?
ahead. Go
You
ahead.
want to say what? No, I
No,
was just
I
saying
just
that's why I wanted to do the beauty isn't going anywhere and just reach out and just have a just casual conversation.
Yes, and I love this. Thank you for reaching out because a lot of people in our industry are definitely, some gatekeepers or they don't want to support. I've always been, collaboration over competition. There's enough money for all of us. So I love that. I love
Mm-hmm.
that because sometimes I'll see, 18,000 views, but 5 likes. And it's like, I don't pay for my followers, I don't pay for views. So when I got the email, I was like, okay, this is dope. I love what you're doing. I love this.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. So we're gonna keep in contact. You gotta DM me your flyer for this weekend so I can post it. Might have to swing by. Now, what kind of food you said they having?
So Caribbean food. The jerk wings are so good. It is so cute in there. The venue's open from 5 to midnight. There's happy hour drinking food specials going on from 5 to 8. And then I'm doing a free wax and tint winner. So the winner will be announced over the mic at 8:30. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, it's gonna be for my clients and just open to the public. They're open every single Sunday, but I know the owner, and I was like, hey, can I do something for my clients? I'm coming up on 10 years in business, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a vibe.
I love that. I love that. So of course, now we're friends in beauty, and if you ever want to hop on live, just hit me. I'm like, let's get on
Yes,
live.
always. I definitely will. This was fun. Thank you for having me.
All right. And make sure y'all follow her. We're gonna chop these up and tag you, and they'll be able to, go back over our conversation, slide into your DM, slide into mine, ask us some questions, order some tint, order some brow powder, book us, and book your DJ sessions too.
All right.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you. You
Okay,
have
have
a
a good
good
night.
evening.
All right. Bye.